I used to try to wake up in a good mood every morning, reminding myself of how lucky I am to have the life that I have. And I hoped every day that as time progresses, good things will always happen to me. And for a while, they did. Even though the workload got harder and there were more bills to pay, I always tried to be happy and keep my head up high. But the balance of life does not only weigh in the good parts. Things go downhill too. I remember the time I met my first friend in college. The encounter was so innocent. I was swayed to believe that someone who greeted me with such warmth and kindness could always treat me that way and become my friend. And like all relationships, the more open and revealing people are, the more you learn about them. And what I learned was that some people wear kindness like a mask. Once they took off that mask, it was constant name-calling and insults that just kept coming my way. Their demands became my orders, and their priorities came before my own. Instead of being happy and confident as I once was, I became quiet and uncheery. I lost all motivation. I didn't have the energy to make art or music, mainly out of the fear that they would say something judgmental or harsh about my taste or style. My own self-esteem was robbed from me, and I pretended to not care. Stress seemed to hit me harder than ever. Part of me felt empty and alone. Another part of me hoped to see that friendly, warm face again. But I never did. I remember the time my little sister got her first boyfriend. They were inseparable in the most adoring way. Every phone call contained endless hours of sharing funny stories and personal ones to each other. But he wore the term boyfriend as a label rather than embodying it. Communication was solely phone to phone and not face to face. The smiles grew less and the yelling produced more. He got more aggressive and clingy, while my sister wilted in sadness and despair. The more I fought for them to break up, the more distant she became with me. We used to be so comfortable sharing everything with each other. Talking about school was easy, but talking about relationships was not. We turned into ghosts, aware of each other's presence, but remained silent. As time passed, I grew tired of the mistreatment and unkindness. I released myself from the chains that prevented me from feeling free again. My sister finally came to realize that she needed to remove the parasite that was draining her energy too. I didn't understand it back then, but we both fell into the same trap. We were both fooled by the luring image of kindness and warmth. I finally removed the people from my life I didn't want and rebuilt the relationship with the people I did really care about. And even when I felt like I was at the bottom of the hole, the reality was that I was just at the end of the hill. It's hard to get back up, but when there are people willing to climb back up with you, those are the people who don't wear masks.